All right, National Geographic getting in on the true crime content.
Are you kidding?
Kathleen Zellner is back?
The series is so good.
It's really good.
So good.
Yeah. Hi, Julie Mezzavali.
Hi, Patrick Hines.
All right, we don't have to tell them anything at the top. Give them your review of Showgirl. They're going to want to hear it.
I like it. I don't know what everyone's goddamn problem is.
I couldn't agree more.
I've been humming Elizabeth Taylor all day.
I have Life of a Showgirl in my head on a constant
I'm
loop.
doing the Fate of Ophelia choreo everywhere I go.
Ruin the Friendship. We were talking about that the other day. It's so good. I'm
Actually romantic.
Oh!
Good. Give me a break.
What is a total bop?
Everyone's got to lighten up a little bit.
I agree.
My official stance is everyone's got to lighten up.
100%. Well, what are we talking? Speaking of not lightening up, what are we talking about today?
Right. Okay. So accept everyone here because they're doing amazing work.
Truly.
So this is our 18th bonus episode. It's a brand new series that everyone is loving because it's excellent. It's called Naming the Dead. This is season 1, episode 1. It's called The Hitchhiker.
The 4 victims found on this farm were murdered by Larry Eiler, the highway killer, sometime between March and July of '83.
Police say Larry Eiler was a serial killer with at least 24 victims, maybe as many as 50.
So he would bring them in, kill them in the barn, and then bring them out here. 1, 2, 3, and
is this number 4?
This would be victim 4. 2 of these young men couldn't be identified at the time. And when I started as coroner, I found 2 boxes labeled victim 3 and victim 4. These were somebody's kids. We know who killed them.
A convicted killer has confessed to 21 murders in Illinois and Indiana.
We know how he killed them.
Out of rage, he would stab them 21 to 31 times.
Why do we not know who they are?
We open on an image from Newton County, Indiana in 1983. And I love it when they do this, like a semi-tractor trailer drives by and it cuts to the same image today. And we're going to the farm. We're at these 2 people we haven't met yet. We're going to meet them in a second. But we're at a farm where these bodies were found in 1983.
So this episode is about identifying 2 victims of a piece of shit named Larry Eiler. He was known as the highway killer.
Never heard of this guy.
Yeah, fuck him.
And we'll go right back to not knowing anything about him when this is over.
Yes, great. So we meet Scott McCord. So in 2008, he's elected as the coroner of Newton County, Indiana.
Now, this is an example of a man doing the good work. Unless he's garbage, this guy's doing the good work.
Right. So he says, like, he walks in on his first day. He's just freshly elected. And there's a box on his desk. And he's like, oh, what's this? Like a housewarming gift? Like, what's going on?
I have a question.
Uh-oh.
If you're a coroner and you walk into your office on the first day and there's a box on your... Should you shake it?
But he meets his office with a desk, not like the medical area.
I guess so. But, like, I love this guy. I'm totally on his side. Weird that the coroner is an elected position. I was like, really?
Yeah.
But, like, don't go shaking boxes in the coroner's office.
Well,
My advice for your first day.
I guess so, because the world is a nightmare. But he was like, oh, like, is it a happy first day gift?
No,
it's not.
No.
He's like, it's not heavy, but there's something in there.
And when I opened them up, they were full of skeletal remains. I felt mad. Mad that they were in boxes. Mad because it didn't seem like anybody cared anymore. I guess mad enough, I felt it was my job to take care of it, to do something about it.
Why are human remains in boxes? That is incredibly disrespectful.
Yeah, I'm glad that they were stored and kept, but I totally agree with you. There's got to be a better fucking way.
Like, because bottom line is that they were just dumped on this guy's desk. Like, oh, he's the new guy. And it's so fucking rude. And Scott is pissed. And as we've learned, that is often when the most important work gets done.
Well, and that's why because when they said that the coroner was an elected position, I was like, that's so weird. But then I was like, well, no, I think we want people with good, strong moral compasses in this job.
And who want the gig.
Right, exactly, because, and so, like, that's his whole mission here. Like, I'm so interested in people who do, like, these coroner jobs. Like, why are you drawn to this kind of work? And, like, it turns out for Scott, his whole mission is to identify these bodies and return them to their families. Like, that's a really amazing mission to have be your reason for getting out of bed in the morning.
Yeah, because he sees the box and he's pissed, and he's like, well, it seems like nobody cared anymore.
Yes.
And so he's taking this on as his responsibility. So the first thing he does, there are 2 John Does. The first thing he does is name them.
And I gave him the names of Adam and Brad. Because now with names, they're people. And you can't forget people.
So Adam is black and between 15 and 18 years old. Brad is white between 17 and 13 years old.
Now, not only is he like naming them in the office, doing the good work, he and his daughter make up flyers of the composite sketches of what they think these boys would have looked like. And they take them to every town with a 50 to 60 mile radius and show anybody and everybody these pictures to see if anybody knows who they are.
Yeah.
Like, talk about boots on the ground, like knocking on doors, doing the good work.
I know. And the reason he named them so that other people would see them as human beings, which is insane to say out loud, but here we are.
It's one of those things where cases like this always confuse. Like, the fact that there are so many missing but also unclaimed missing people, it is so heartbreaking.
And this episode shows us how that can happen.
Yes.
And it's not like a bad, nefarious thing.
No.
It's kind of amazing.
Truly. And then the people, mostly all women, doing like the good work of trying to identify these people and bring them home.
Yeah.
Girl, earn in his back. Look, life doesn't happen bi-weekly, so why should payday?
Yeah, so Earnin is an app that lets you access your pay as you earn it, up to $150 a day with a max of $750 between paydays.
Yeah, fam, just download the Earnin app and add your info, then start accessing your pay as you work and leave an optional tip to help keep the app running for everyone. And money you access plus tips are automatically repaid from your next paycheck.
Yeah, so like, I don't know if you just you need like gas or need to pay bills or groceries, or you want to like take yourself to the movies or buy yourself a cute little thing. Like, that's what this is for.
Well, now I do.
Right?
So, fam, download Earnin today, spelled EARNIN, in Google Play or the Apple App Store.
When you download the Earnin app, type in True Crime Obsessed under podcast when you sign up. It'll really help the show. True Crime Obsessed under podcast.
Earnin is a financial technology company, not a bank.
Access limits are based on your earnings and risk factors. Standard cash outs take 1 to 2 business days with no mandatory fees.
Expedited transfers are available for a fee. Tips are voluntary and do not affect the service.
Available in select states. Terms and restrictions apply. Visit earnin.com for full details.
Download Earnin now and take control of your pay.
That's right. Everyone needs something cute every once in a while. So there's no luck. They go 50 or 60 miles. They're going door to door, boots on the ground, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
So after 7 years, Scott has a funeral for the victims.
Yeah.
And he places the remains nicely and respectfully in the local mausoleum.
It's very like Lady of the Dunes, like giving a proper burial, doing the right thing. Like
everyone deserves that.
100%.
Not the piece of shit who killed them, for example. Do you know what I mean?
I will almost always agree with you, and I know you rethought it as soon as you said it, but you're right. Not everybody deserves that.
Yeah.
There are plenty of people who deserve to be thrown off a cliff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But before they're dead and after.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, you know how, listeners.
We know what you mean.
I'm not going to over-explain myself.
Yeah.
But finally, we have a breakthrough. Thank you, science and the DNA Doe Project.
Yeah, we get a match for Brad. And what they did was the DNA Doe Project sourced DNA from Brad's remains. They upload Brad's DNA to a database. They trace his family. It's amazing. Genetic genealogy is like the most amazing cutting edge technology. And like an opportunity to like have a whole episode about it is my favorite.
I know.
It's like this and art heists.
Love. So Brad Doe, he'd been Brad Doe since 1983. His name is John Brandenburg Jr.
Yeah.
And his mom says to Scott, and that's the thing about this, Scott is always talking to these families.
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
Right, because it's not like the family's not getting an email or like a generic phone call. Scott is like bringing the remains back to the family to meet the family.
When we actually took his remains back home, Mom gave me this little hug, and the words that she said will stick with me forever. She said, "I've waited 37 and a half years for Johnny to come home, and you finally brought him back." That's what makes this job so important.
Scott says, like, this is what makes my job so important. And I'm like, you know what? You should be campaigning for coroner at this point.
This episode made me want to do this kind of work.
Yeah.
It made me want to be like, what do I do? Like, does the Doe Project need help? I'll do it.
I'm sure they
I'll
do.
volunteer,
Like, you
I'll
would be great at this.
I would love this.
I can totally see you high top knot at your computer, 2 in the morning, identifying bodies. We need you.
Get the water away from me. I'm busy. Hydrate, schmydrate.
No, I can totally. You'd be so good at this.
I think I would be. So if you need volunteer, I'm going to look into volunteering.
Okay, great.
But Scott is like, look, Okay, so only half of this situation is solved. He says he needs to find Adam's family. He needs to get Adam home.
Right.
So now we're in Texas, and the team who found Brad's identity is now focusing on Adam. And they're all volunteers, but they're genealogists chosen for their investigative skills.
Which, like we meet them. We meet Janelle Daniels. She's a former police officer in Miami-Dade County, and she said,
it was the history of my family genealogy that I fell in love with. And it was like, oh, I can use this for good, right? Not just for myself and my family, but help other people.
I could actually use this to do like the good work.
Yeah, and I'll take the class because I realize now saying this, like I am not a genealogist.
No, but it's like Ancestry.com and all of that, like when that came online, like I remember sitting down, like I traced my family tree back to like 4 generations.
Really?
We all came in through Canada.
Did you find anyone that you didn't know about?
No, like John Wilkes Booth or whatever.
Or just like, oh my God, someone else had a kid we didn't know about or something.
No, it wasn't like that. I was more interested in learning why I'm so big and hairy. I was like, where do my people come from? You know, Canada.
Did we go all the way back to evolution to figure that out?
Kind of, yeah. Cro-Magnon Hines.
Wow.
You know, but it is a really interesting way to spend a weekend, like to do this kind of project because you get to see it's what these people all love about it. You can see the documents and the records and like, you know, like you see like your family like writing down their own names in the census and shit.
Yes,
like it's pretty fucking cool.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So Rebecca, her day job is chief deputy prosecuting attorney. That's
Rebecca, she's got plenty of free time.
You know, Jennifer Randolph is the director of cases, and then we meet Dr. Kelly Harkins Kincaid. She is the founding CEO of Astra Forensics, such a cool name.
Yeah.
So she's in Santa Cruz, and they're calling her in for help.
She also seems like she'd be fun at a party. She does enough quirky things in these moments that I'm like, you can cut loose.
And this is a job that like you need to blow off steam.
No question.
And you need to sort of step away from it because sometimes you get lost or there are too many blinders on.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I need to step away and come back, and that's when the party happens.
I was curious about why she wanted to like start her own company doing this.
Amazing.
You know, it's so incredible.
So cool.
Yeah.
So she explains the challenges in this case in particular.
The big challenge with Adam Doe is the contamination of his remains by soil or water microbes from the environment. We tested both a tooth and a toe bone, and in both cases we found only about 5% of the DNA was human, which means about 95% of the DNA comes from microbial life.
Only 5% of what they have is human DNA, and that is a very, very, very hard sample to get like a good DNA profile from.
Yeah, they have 1 tooth and 1 toe bone.
Yeah.
So they're stuck, but there might be something Dr. Kelly can do.
Yeah.
But she's never done it for the purposes of IDing a doe, she says.
It seems to be a brand new cutting edge technology that like she's gonna try in this case for the first time on a doe.
Yeah, and she's really laying it all out. She's like, it's complex, it's labor intensive, it's a lot, and I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's try it.
It's like, it seems like it's heavy duty cleaning. Like that seems to be like what it is. It's like going to the dentist.
So they want to like wash away all the non-human DNA, AKA the contamination, while also keeping the DNA intact. It's really hard to do.
I was gonna say that seems to be the issue. How do you wash away the bad stuff and keep the good stuff?
And she says it's a long shot, but we don't have anything to lose. And I'm like, are we about to witness history being made? Are we doing it?
I know.
So we're back in Newton County, Indiana.
We meet Heidi McCord. She's the chief deputy coroner, so she's like the one who works right under Scott. And like we learn that these two had like a great working relationship from day one. They were both in it for the right reasons. They were both really driven by the work. And Scott says, Heidi was my chief deputy for 1.5 years. And I thought, well, this is working out well. So I married her.
They got married.
I know.
Scott's wife.
Imagine meeting somebody doing that kind of work who loves it as much.
I know.
Who's like that news guy who's like, I fucking love it.
From Gacy.
Yes.
That Gacy thing on Peacock.
These two jump out of bed every morning to identify bodies, and they found each other.
And they love it, and they love working together. They still work together.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Yeah.
But Scott is saying...
Adam was so young when he died.
Right.
But it doesn't seem like there's anybody reaching out to try to find him.
You'd think somebody would still be looking.
Oh, I know somebody's still looking. In my heart, I know somebody's looking for him.
When somebody in your family goes missing, like, how do you ever stop thinking about them and hoping they come back?
Yeah, I don't think you do.
It was
you
also
just learn
like
to live with it, you know?
Yes,
like
and it was like the 80s, and like I think so many of like we're gonna learn eventually that some of these kids were gay, and I think that's a part of this. It's undeniable. And I think that like also these disappearances happened in a time when like people went missing, and there wasn't a lot of recourse to find them, and so like you were saying, you just like you learn to accept it.
Yeah. So Scott is investigating the case. He's investigating this piece of shit serial killer and the victims, trying to get any clues about Adam Doe at all.
Yes. And so he discovers a book called Freed to Kill by a woman named Geraldine Koleric, and he reaches out to her.
Yeah, I mean, she literally wrote the book on the case.
Yeah.
So she's my number one call.
She takes his call, and she's here to sort of tell us everything.
Yeah, so she says the victims were all young men, at least 15. They were stabbed, and they were, quote, discarded in wooded areas.
Yeah.
So this guy, this highway killer guy, would go out, hunting these young men and these boys, offering them money. And once he gets them in the truck, he would drug them with sleeping pills and then drive 100 miles.
Yeah, and then she says
2 hours away.
Out of rage and fantasy, he would then stab them 21 to 31 times, take their identification, toss it out the window so they couldn't be identified. And back in the 1980s, if you were to find a victim in one place, get rid of their ID, and then take them to 100 miles away, and in this case, over state lines often, that was a pretty easy recipe to not get caught.
Of course.
And to not have the victims be identified.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're back with Dr. Kelly and the DNA.
Yes.
We have done this a number of times. We really wanted to get every human DNA molecule possible out of the sample. We sequenced almost 1 billion reads, and we've been able to go from about 5% of the DNA being human to nearly 80%.
We went from 5% to 80. 8-0.
Did you love the animation of this pie chart as much as I did, where we see the pie chart sort of explode?
I love this series. I love how they explain, because this shit can be hard to follow.
Oh, genealogy is
you're wait, whose family is that? Or wait, what's the DNA thing? And they really make it very accessible so that you could just be in your feelings the whole time about the journey and not be confused about what's happening.
There was a reason I was only a genealogist for a weekend. I was like, now we're in too deep.
Yeah.
Now we're
in too deep. Everyone is just no, Jillian, you can't just be a genetic genealogist over the weekend. And I'm but I want to help.
Denise Richards playing a physicist in one of those Bond movies.
Let me help.
Christmas Eve Jones.
Is that? Oh,
her name was Christmas Eve Jones.
Christmas Eve?
Yeah, I think so. Christmas Eve Jones. And now she's a lady having sex with ladies on Housewives. I love it.
Yeah, she's married to a horrible person.
She is.
Got to get out of that.
I just watched the Charlie Sheen doc on Netflix.
Oh, you did?
It's wild. And it's only part 1. There's more to come. And it's as insufferable as you think, but he's here trying to be charming. It's not working.
Oh, God.
But John Cryer is also here looking very much like a terrified man. It's, the Charlie Sheen shit is layered. At one point, you're going to hate this. At one point, a hammered Charlie Sheen is on a flight. He goes into the cockpit. The captain is so impressed by Charlie Sheen, he lets him fly the plane. They switch off the autopilot.
We have to move on.
I know. No plane is safe ever.
That's horrifying.
I know. I was thinking about you the entire time I was watching that. Girl, Haya is back. We love this stuff. Look, typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise. We all know that. We were raised on them.
We were just in the bad kind of reminiscing of remember how we used to take candy every day?
Literally.
So Haya tastes great, and it's perfect for, wait for it, picky eaters.
Yes.
Because you want to fill in the most common gaps in your kid's diet, but also they're going to be oh no, vitamins, gross. No, not with these.
She looks forward to it every single day. And these are formulated with the help of pediatricians and nutritional experts. Haya is pressed with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies, yes please, then supercharged with 15 essential vitamins and minerals, including vitamin D, B12, C, zinc, folate, and many others to help support immune system, energy, brain function, mood, thank you, Haya, concentration, teeth, bones, and more. Also, fam, are you tired of battling with your kids to eat their greens? Haya now has Kids Daily Greens Plus Superfoods, which is a chocolate-flavored greens powder designed specifically for kids, packed with 55-plus whole food ingredients to support brain power, development, and digestion.
Just scoop, shake, and sip with milk or any non-dairy beverage for a delicious and nutritious boost your kids will actually enjoy.
And she does, I swear to God.
That's the whole thing about it.
Yeah. Fam, the same multivitamin that more than 1 million parents trust is now available with an enchanting Disney Princess welcome kit with a new princess unboxing experience, including princess bottle and stickers.
And we've worked out a special deal with Haya for their best-selling children's vitamin. Receive 50% off your first order.
To claim this deal, you must go to hayahealth.com/TCO.
This deal is not available on their regular website. Go to HIYAHEALTH.com/TCO and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
And that cute princess bottle. Get that too.
They're going to keep the love of stickers if I'm any.
For sure.
But now, so we went from 5% human DNA to 80%, which is like major, major news. And now they can upload it to the database so they can hopefully find people who share DNA with Adam Doe.
Yes.
And the higher DNA you share with someone, the more closely you're related, right? So like the highest possible match on a database is 50%.
Yes.
Which means you can be a parent, a child, a sibling. That's like the big deal.
Yeah.
So 25% you're an aunt or uncle, and then the percentages go down and further away from there.
Yeah, the top DNA match in this case is 3.2%.
So
which is kind of a reveal. It's like we're watching them all in real time, like get the results, and it is disheartening.
Because Janelle tells us
Adam doesn't have any close relatives in the database. We find that a lot in our African-American cases that we work. And that's because fewer African-Americans upload their DNA.
They only have a 3.2% DNA match, and it would be like Adam, at best, Adam's second cousin.
Yeah.
And this is like what an idiot I am, because I'm like, that kind of sounds like a decent lead, but the music is telling me it's not.
Yeah. I had the same thought.
And I'm like, I think any lead is a good lead at this point.
Yeah.
So, but the music is like, no, girl.
Well, it's wild, too, because they show us what that looks like on a family tree. And they have, like, the person, and then they zoom out, and it's like 15 sets of grandparents or whatever, and you're like, oh, God.
So our team, these amazing ladies, have to go back 3 generations. And time is, like, not on our side here, so this is not good.
And let me tell you what that means. Like, they get into this a little bit later, but having gone through this in a teeny tiny bit when I was doing my own family tree, like going back 3 generations means you have to painstakingly go through the documents for each of these people.
Yeah.
So that means like great grandparents means like the 2 of them plus all of their kids.
It's a lot.
Plus all of their kids plus all of their to get to a second. Like you could spend 6 months going through like one person's like documents to trace them all the way back.
And then I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, egg on my face. This is not a good lead.
We should also automate the system. It should be a little faster. I think there should be a way to do that.
I wonder, I don't know what the system is.
I know,
at all.
me either.
I don't even know.
You know what I was thinking about today? How do we not have mobile DNA kits? How do we not have like every investigator on a scene with a DNA kit in their pocket to be like run the shit and put it into like a little system and then it tells you exactly who the guy is?
Yeah, I think there's like legal stuff with that.
That could be used for, as I'm saying it, I'm realizing it
like,
could be used for nefarious
everyone can just like be, it's like, we're kind of going to the.
I guess so.
We're overcorrecting.
I think so, but there's got to be a middle ground.
I get why you're asking that in our line of work.
Like as a good person who would never use it for nefarious purposes, it seems so simple to me.
Yeah. Okay, so this is painstaking work. They have to build a huge family tree. But this guy, this asshole piece of shit serial killer, killed in 2 different states, which complicates everything.
Which is crazy because when you think about it from this piece of shit's perspective, like, oh, kill it. It's like the Ted Bundy effect. Let me kill in 5 different states and they'll never catch me.
All these jurisdictions fighting against each other. So he's dead, which is great, this guy. But it also means that we can't get any more information out of him at all.
Yeah. But I gotta tell you, his attorney back in the day did a lot of good work on that because we can't get anything out of him now. But Kathleen Zellner is here. She's here today, and she's here back in the 80s when she was this guy's lawyer. Why she took his case, I don't know.
But in his final years, his attorney persuaded him to reveal the tactics he used to evade detection for so long. Having won Eiler's trust, Kathleen convinced him to share some critical information.
I will distribute names and a written statement in Larry Eiler's writing confessing to 21 murders.
She gets him to like literally write down I, whatever the piece of shit's name is, confess to the murder of.
In detail.
21 people. There are some he can't remember, but in detail where he picked them up, what they look like, what they were wearing, what race they were. It is unbelievable, this confession.
Yeah.
And I guess we know serial killers like to tell their stories. They want credit for all the shit that they did or whatever.
Of course. And they remember much more than they admit because they fucking loved what they did.
Yeah.
But Zellner today kind of breaks it down. A lot of things that we can kind of assume just based on watching things like this for a long time.
Yeah.
But like, so he picked people he assumed wouldn't be looked for.
And he picked people that like I think he assumed were gay.
So yes, some of the victims were gay, some were not. But after the murders, he'd go out of his way to stage the body to make it look like whatever happened had to do with like the gay shit the cops don't want to deal with.
You know, I didn't want to give this guy any more attention. I was going to look into him a little bit and find out, like, was he gay? Was there a sexual component to this? I didn't intentionally because I didn't really want to know.
Yeah.
But like, as a gay person, it really can't be overstated how fucked up that is. And like, I'm just one of many minority. Like, I'm not trying to say it's worse for gay people than anybody else, but like, to really target gay people because no one's gonna give a shit.
Right.
It really hurts my feelings.
Yeah,
to be honest.
should. You know
what
it
I
should
mean?
hurt everyone's feelings.
Yeah.
You know, like he knew the cops wouldn't care or prioritize it. So whether the person was gay or not, he made it look like that.
Yep, and if they were gay, he knew that they probably had some shitty relationship with their family, got kicked out of the house, so their family isn't looking for them either. Mm-hmm. It's a perfect storm for them.
Right. So Zellner got him, like you said, to confess to 21 murders, handwrite all of these details.
I, Larry Eiler, confessed to the murder of an unidentified black male in his late teens, early 20s in mid-July of 1983 at an abandoned farmhouse near Lake Village, Indiana. I started driving on 63 North to 41 North. I saw a black guy hitchhiking.
She like still has this box in her office. I was like, Kathleen, that's an office full of ghosts, girl.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Or maybe they just asked her to get it.
It could be.
Maybe she went to her storage locker.
Yeah, you're right. She doesn't seem like she's got a closet full of boxes.
No.
She seems a little tinier than that.
And I think she also like doesn't believe in ghosts.
Oh, okay.
I think she's one of those people who's just like fighting for what she needs to fight with there. And like these guys can go fuck themselves. Like, I can't remember what it is. I feel like this is a trope where it's like someone, like I know someone who literally did this in a house that my parents and I used to live in, a very dear family friend of ours who was house sitting when no one was home and heard a bunch of shit and like talked to the ghost and was like, I'm not in the mood for this. And then they stopped. So I feel like Zellner's that type of gal, that type of person who just hears like, woo, like shut up.
You know what? That's a particular kind of hell you have to be sent to be the ghost that gets sent back to the lady who's not here for your shit.
Yeah, Ralph was like, I'm not doing this tonight. Like, I'm tired. Like, no.
How deflating and that must be for the ghost.
And they listened.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not even that good at this.
I'm sorry.
The ghost imposter syndrome comes right up.
Like,
I was never going to be a good ghoul.
Yeah,
I was never going to be good at haunting. God, you know what? I'll see myself out.
Yeah,
and they literally do.
You're right. Like, wow. Like, called out. Blocked.
Girl, cornbread hemp CBD gummies are back.
Look, things can get a little crazy. Do you know what I mean? In the world or in your life. And you know what's kind of nice sometimes? Just like popping a little CBD gummy at the end of the day.
Listen, it is a great natural way to relieve aches and discomfort and like just de-stress a little bit.
I used to be like, I just need some peace of mind. I just want to chill because then like my mind starts to wander. I just want to like relax a little bit without feeling, I don't know, hungover the next day or whatever. And so cornbread hemp CBD gummies absolutely do the trick.
Yeah, they also only use the best part of the hemp plant, the flower, for the purest, most potent CBD.
Yeah, so these can relieve discomfort, stress, sleeplessness, all of the above.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, like after a good workout, like the muscle aches, it really helps.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. So fam, right now, TCO listeners can save 30% on their first order.
Just head to cornbreadhemp.com/TCO and use code TCO at checkout.
That's cornbreadhemp.com/TCO and use code TCO.
There you go.
Get that de-stressing on.
And they taste good.
They do.
Most importantly.
Yeah. Girl, Built is back. Look, by now you've probably heard of Built, right? Where you can earn points on your monthly rent payment. But did you know that they make it possible for you to get more outside of your home, too?
Yeah, so by paying rent through Built, you earn flexible points that can be redeemed towards hundreds of hotels and airlines, or a future rent payment, or your next Lyft ride, and more.
Where has this been all my life? But it doesn't stop there, fam. Built is about making your entire neighborhood more rewarding. You can dine out at your favorite local restaurants and earn additional points, get VIP treatment at certain fitness studios, and enjoy exclusive experiences just for Built members every month.
Built is turning a monthly expense into an opportunity to earn rewards and discover the best that your neighborhood has to offer. Your rent is finally working for you, finally.
This is so good. So fam, earn points on your rent and around your neighborhood wherever you call home by going to joinbuilt.com/TCO.
That's JOINBILT.com/TCO.
Make sure you use our URL so they know we sent you.
Yeah, rewards that work for you, like, come on.
Like in your neighborhood, it's perfect.
I love it. So this guy talks about Adam Doe. He says, I confessed to the murder of an unidentified black male in his late teens in mid-July of 1983 in an abandoned farmhouse near Lake Village, Indiana. Like the details. And he says, like, he was driving north on 63, heading to 41 North towards Chicago, saw a black guy hitchhiking. And at first you're like, I don't give a fuck about the details. No, we need the details.
We need them.
Because he killed in different states and jurisdictions. Like our DNA team, our Doe team needs this. This is so valuable.
And Janelle, who's on the Doe team, says, okay, Adam was picked up on Highway 41 just south of Newton County. He was driving north to Chicago.
So if Adam was hitchhiking in that direction, we could reason that he was going towards Chicago, maybe even trying to get home.
Maybe he was trying to get home. So maybe the Doe Network can be looking in Chicago for his relatives.
Right. And they're like, cool, but unfortunately, everyone they found is from Arkansas. They just keep seeing Arkansas over and over again, and they're like, what?
Yeah.
Until this name is so great.
I know.
Lula Maxey.
It's great.
She's from Arkansas. She's born in 1897.
Yeah.
Born in Arkansas, moved to Chicago in the 1940s.
Yeah. And she says Lula and her husband, Sam, could be Adam's great-grandparents.
So they had 6 kids, which is like great, but also a ton of work because the team has to go through all of those people and their kids and their kids.
But I just want to point out, like, how valuable what Zellner did back in the 80s was to this case. Because if you remember, they had like 8 sets of great-grandparents that they had to like go through all of the family trees. But because Zellner was able to like get this guy to confess, acknowledge where he was in the country, that this kid was probably headed to Chicago, now the Doe Network can just focus on any family tree. It's a pretty amazing, time travel, like to connect those threads.
Yeah.
The work that Zellner did in the 80s connects to Scott giving a shit about this case, connects to the Doe Network, like doing this work in the 20,000s, in the 20,000 year of our Lord.
You know what people call what happened before this, right?
What?
You know what the kids call it? The 1900s.
I know. The 1900s. When Steve told Daisy his birth year last night, and it
Was she like
blew her mind.
You know what? I don't care for that.
I don't care for it either. Like
that'll be you one day, girl.
I know. One day.
Like,
I know.
One day it'll be you.
I know. But like, you know, we not only span centuries, but we span millennia.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Pretty awesome.
That's crazy.
It's pretty cool.
And we now live in the 20,000s.
We live in the 20,000s.
We live in the 20,000s.
So they have all these people to go through. So they rule out 4 descendants. Then it's down to 2.
One doesn't have any records they can find after 1950. So they focus their attention.
They have 3 daughters.
On the final branch.
After 3 daughters, only 1 is in Chicago, and it's the right age. You know what? We may have found Adam's mother.
And the birth date, 1943, could possibly line up with being Adam Doe's mom. Like we're like coming out of the weeds. We're out of the woods. Almost.
That's gotta be the best day doing that job.
Like once you start to pull a thread that actually is working, that must be exhilarating.
I mean, the thing about that is we're going to see in this episode, like how many times like it looks on paper like a perfect match and ends up not being it.
Yeah, like you can't let it be exhilarating.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So here's the thing though, this is very delicate because even if this woman is Adam Doe's mother, she's never been officially informed of her son's death.
Right. Because that's when I start to think, if this kid was gay, we don't know, we'll never know.
We don't know anything.
We don't know anything about that. But like, if he ran away or was thrown out of the house, like this is what I'm saying. These families think that they're out there somewhere just choosing not to get in touch with them.
Right.
You know? Like,
or like, fearing the worst or whatever, just fear of the unknown, just like.
And I don't know if that's better or worse. That if these kids went missing at a time when it would have been impossible to track them down if they didn't want to be found, then you can let yourself believe that they are probably or maybe out there somewhere.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So Coroner Scott and Janelle call this woman together.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my God. She answers.
Here's my question. Do you think these people were given any information before these phone calls were made? Because A, why are they answering the phone to some like unknown number in Indiana?
I know.
And B, it's like quite the bomb to drop on somebody.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but that's real life. Like if the cameras weren't there,
that's
this
how
is what
would be
happening anyway. But I'm sure there's a little,
There's got to be something like, hey, we got some news if you wouldn't mind answering your phone at 2:35 today.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, but I would think, I don't know. I think it could go either way.
Yeah.
On a
I'm
show
not
like this,
answering
it
the
could go
phone.
either way.
Yeah.
So she answers, and I'm all excited, but this is a dead end.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
I just had like the Maury Povich, she is not the mother.
She's not the mother. And I'm like, really? We were so close. And Scott's like, no, girl, this happens all the time.
Over the 13, 14 years I've been searching for Adam, I've been here a few times where the light is right there and you reach out and it goes dark. It's like being punched in the gut.
How could this not be the right? Like it's in the family line.
Right.
Like the Doe is related to that woman in some way.
Right.
It's just not his mom.
Just not his mom. And they're so far removed in their family tree that she doesn't know that someone's missing. And they're like, okay, well, what?
Well, and that's the other thing in these cases that, like, in theory makes no sense. If somebody in my family was missing, like a cousin, I would know about it. But then it's like, once you go outside of that first cousin, it's like, well, I don't even know who my second cousins are. you know? So, like, on paper, you're like, how could everybody in this family not know about this? But then, like, when you put it in, like, the real life.
Oh, yeah.
Clear. Why would they?
Why would they?
Yeah.
So there's another possible lead, like, if you can call it that at first, because there's another branch of the family, but they don't have any records after 1950. So where do you even go from there?
Now, I wonder if this isn't partially done for the show, because if there's no records for a family after 1950, that in and of itself needs to be its own clue. Like, I was thinking what they learn about why that is the case, they'll always know. And next time that happens, they'll look for this thing.
Yeah.
So I felt like this was a little bit done for which is fine. I don't mind.
Oh, yeah.
But like, if the family tree just ends at 1950, there's got to be a reason for that.
Yeah.
You know?
So they dive back in.
Yeah.
And they're doing all their work. And they find a name, Tariq El-Amin. And Janelle is like, oh my God.
They see this whole line of Al-Amins. They're like, who are these people?
She found that, like, quote, missing branch of the family that wasn't connecting in their work.
Like, after 1950 disappears.
And the reason why we couldn't trace them is because they changed their names.
Alonzo Smith became Tariq El-Amin.
It's a Muslim name, so it's possible that they changed their name for religious reasons.
It's because they're Muslim and they changed their names.
Yes. And I'm like, oh.
Like, that's why they couldn't find them.
I bet this happens kind of frequently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they say that, like, a lot of times, and I've never seen anyone do this, but in their line of, they're the experts, but they say a lot of times, like, when you do something like this, you post about it online.
Yes.
So they found Tariq El-Amin, and then through that, they find Tariq Jr., who posted the tree online. Where does Tariq Jr. live?
He lives in Chicago.
He lives in Chicago.
Yeah.
And Janelle is so sweet because she's, like, laughing a little bit. And like we just said, like, you can't get too excited because you really never know. But she's like, it's good. It's good.
It's good.
Like, she's trying to hold it, but she really, like, this. I took a screenshot. Like, her smile is just like.
The other thing in this moment that she says, too, is she's like, I can't wait to tell Scott tomorrow.
I can't wait.
But I was like, oh, that's only for the show. Like, they're like, you can't, we need to get the camera crew when you tell him.
Yeah.
So, like, if this were real life, like, she'd be texting him, bitch, wake up.
Like,
I got the answer.
So, Janelle and Scott meet up again.
Yeah.
They're calling Tariq Jr. Even in my notes, I have, oh my God, it's ringing.
Oh my God,
like,
oh my God.
I'm just,
I know.
like, all letter, like, gibberish, like, this is it.
Yeah.
Like, this is it.
Well, then Tariq answers the phone, and then, like, we've got the good news, but then all of a sudden, like, Scott's like, what do I say to this guy?
Right.
And he gives him all the details about.
Hey, the reason I called many, many years ago, the remains of a young man were found here in my county. And it seems that you could possibly be a descendant or a relative of this young man.
Wow. So, yeah, I have an older cousin who went missing in the 80s, the early 80s.
Oh, I had an older cousin who went missing in the early 80s.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my God. So remember Lula?
Yes.
Awesome name Lula and Sam? They are his paternal great-grandparents. I just want to slow down on how insane this is.
Yeah.
Because earlier they were like, you know what we need? You know what would solve this? If we had a cousin who had the same great-grandparents.
Right.
And here we are. And like, it's so amazing.
Yeah.
So they're so happy. And like, Scott does a little whisper, like, yes.
Yes.
Like, and then he's like, oh, can I cry now? Because again, this is complicated. It's a win in so many ways and we can be happy and exhilarated. But at the same time,
it's a loss for the family.
And we have to give this horrible, tragic news.
Yeah. And like that moment where Scott says, can I cry now? I was like, A, I felt so seen, but B, men, be vulnerable.
I know.
You know what I mean?
But I think he was saying, like, not so fast because we do have to do the DNA swabs.
Yeah,
like, we're so close. Like, can you cry now? Not yet.
Not yet. Yes.
Not
but
yet.
But it was just his instinct to cry and the fact that he was willing to say it out loud. More of this, men.
I know. His little whisper, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So they go to Chicago. They meet with Tariq. They share information. They have the release. They are so prepared. They have the release forms. They have the Q-tips. They have the swabs.
But they're hoping for a sibling because they don't know if they're going to get one yet because Tariq is a cousin and they want to do a sibling because that would be the closest match.
Right. And so, like, there are a lot of emotions here because we cannot forget that Adam Doe is the victim of a serial killer.
Yes.
There's tragedy here, major.
Yes.
So there's a lot going on.
Because once again, the family, like, very well could just believe that he ran away and is out there somewhere.
Right.
You know?
And we don't know family dynamics. We don't know what happens. Like, we will learn about this person's story.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just telling you now.
Yeah.
So, yes, you can cry. But, like, we don't know these dynamics. Like, we're people watching a story. Like, we don't know any history about anything.
Right. And I don't know if it's the case in this one, but like as a gay person who's read a lot of gay history, all I was thinking was like, what if he really was thrown out by his family and his family doesn't care?
Yeah.
Or what if he had a miserable existence and he ran away thinking his family will never love him, and now they've spent all of this time regretting that they made him feel that way? Yeah. Like, just, as a gay person, like, these emotions are also at my heart.
Yeah.
So I would also like to cry. Thank you so much.
But everyone's allowed to cry.
Thank you so much.
Except the serial killers.
No, they don't know how to cry.
They have
so
to.
Okay.
Yeah, no, fuck them.
Girl, Drip Drop is back. Look, when I'm hydrated, I find that everything just works better. My energy, my mood, my focus, literally everything improves. That's why I've been using Drip Drop at the gym. I take it with me every single day.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and your mind work better.
So this is what it does. It uses a precise ratio of electrolytes and glucose for rapid absorption, delivering 3 times the electrolytes and half the sugar of leading sports drinks.
Yeah, so you feel the results fast.
Truly.
So you're like more focused, you have better energy, improved mood, even glowing skin.
We forget how important it is to hydrate, fam. Drip Drop's science-backed formula is trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro teams.
And us. Let me tell you, it tastes amazing.
Yes.
So they have 16 original flavors and 8 zero sugar options. I am really loving the zero sugar passion fruit.
Yeah, I've been a lemon lime girly for a long time now. It's my favorite thing.
You know what I mean? You can have it in the morning. You could have it like, I kind of need like a 3 p.m. hydration boost, or even at night.
It really makes me drink more water. Like, I would not drink water throughout the day without this stuff.
It's true.
So, fam, right now, Drip Drop is offering TCO listeners 20% off your first order.
Go to dripdrop.com and use promo code TCO.
That's dripdrop.com, promo code TCO for 20% off.
And stock up now before the heat hits hard. Dripdrop.com and use promo code TCO now.
Do it. Dripdrop.com and use promo code TCO now.
Now, right this minute, please and thank you. So Tariq El-Amin is a cousin of Adam Doe.
Yeah.
Now we meet Ikra, who is Tariq's cousin.
Yes.
And I'm like, wait, are you Adam Doe's brother? Can you possibly be?
Yeah,
so Ikra says,
I was 3 years old, so I don't remember vividly, but I have heard the stories and everything matches as far as it was around that same time and the age and everything, it all matches. Yeah.
Yep. Mom, come look at this composite.
Them eyes. But those eyes and eyebrows do look real similar.
this is all matching up for him.
And I want to say that Ikra's demeanor is different than Tariq's. Like, Tariq, the cousin, who's been, I think, a little bit prepped by the producers or whatever. Sure. Ikra, I think, is in an emotional, he's having a moment. Like, he's sitting there and he doesn't know how to take all, this is his brother, you know, potentially.
And it's also like, why is this cop here wanting my DNA? Like, what is going on?
100%.
Like, what is happening here? You found me how? Like, how did you connect these dots? It begs many, many, many questions.
Yeah, and so it's not confirmed yet, but they're, you know, Scott and Janelle are showing the composite sketch to the family. They're like, it definitely matches. We learned that the height matches. We know that the Doe is about 5'10", and that the missing brother, we hear his name for the first time. We hear somebody in the background saying Kaif.
Yeah.
And we will eventually have him be identified. But like the first time I heard that, I was like, we have a fucking
because
name.
They're calling family members.
Yes.
Like, not all the families there. Like, the team is asking questions. The family's giving answers. Height, date of birth, eye color. Like, because the more they're talking in person, the more they're like, wait, let me call my aunt and ask. Let me call my cousin and ask.
Yes.
So it's really amazing to watch. And then once they sort of, like, Scott and Janelle kind of confer, and they're like, we have to tell the family what we know.
Yeah. And they tell him
he was a victim of Larry Eiler.
Wow. Oh, you all got his picture? Oh, you already seen it? Y'all looked him up?
No, let me see it. Just sick. You look crazy. You're sick.
like they're holding up his Wikipedia page and they're like, look at him, he looks fucking sick. Like he looks insane.
So they do these DNA swabs, and when Ikra's DNA result comes back, it confirms that he's the brother.
It's him.
And Adam Doe's birth name is Keith Lavelle Bibbs. And I'm crying.
Yeah.
And then more on-screen text, Adam Doe's birth name is Keith Lavelle Bibbs, later changed to Kaif Bismillah.
Yeah.
Now his father's here, his sisters are here, and they're sitting down to tell us about Kaif.
Can I just say one thing? I know that I'm being an insufferable homosexual. I know I am. His birth date is June 28th, 1967, 2 years to the day before Stonewall.
Wow.
I don't know if he was gay. I'm not saying that he was gay. I have no idea, but I know that.
Yeah, we don't know.
But this serial killer targeted gay men.
Yeah.
And his birth date is 2 years to the day before Stonewall.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So we meet Tamara, Kaif's sister, Lynette, his eldest sister, and they tell us Kaif was a protector. And, he was 15 when he was murdered. But his sisters say, he was an adventurer and he would take them places, but still make sure they were safe the whole time.
He would take them on the city bus into Chicago. And the sisters are like, I don't know if we were allowed to do that, but he did that anyway.
We always felt safe with him.
Yes.
And the sisters talk about converting to Islam as children. And they're like, look, it was really, really strict. And the community was your entire life. And Lynette says, my brother and I, meaning Kaif, they weren't ready for that.
No.
So Kaif was feeling, we learned from his family, stifled and controlled. He wanted to see the world and he didn't want to be in that strict lifestyle. So he would run away a lot and always come home.
Yeah, that's the other thing here is one of the reasons why his family didn't report him missing for 2 months was because
he would run away often. We weren't too concerned because that's what he did. He'd leave home and then come back.
Kaif is probably over Aunt Riri's or Grandma's or Aunt Puddin'.
He would oftentimes go to Grandma's or Aunt Puddin's house.
Yeah.
Aunt Puddin'!
And stay with family so they knew where he was or that he was safe. And I think this is another thing too, this piece of shit serial killer was targeting people who he assumed wouldn't be looked for.
Yeah.
So that can be any number of things, but one of them can be a black kid who is running away from a stifling community and lifestyle,
I'm just stuck on the fact that he would give them money, because I'm was it money? Was it for sex work? What was that?
But I mean, this is called The Hitchhiker. So Kaif was traveling. He was looking for an adventure. You always need money.
Yeah, that's true.
A 15-year-old kid in 1983 needs money to get from point A to B.
Yeah, and he was just trying to get home. I'm still stuck on Aunt Puddin'.
I know.
Aunt Puddin', and it's spelled Puddin'. I'm obsessed.
She had the good food.
No question. She would be the one that would sign your test when you got the D. You know what I mean? We all need an Aunt Puddin'.
I know.
And the dad is here to say that when Kaif left, he left because he was upset with the dad. And the dad has lived with that since 1983.
Yeah. But they tell us, this time he didn't come back. And so when the cops were called, nothing happened. They didn't help. They didn't care. And Tamara, his sister, says,
I don't believe the authorities helped at all. I don't believe the authorities even, he was just another black kid missing.
He was just another black kid missing, which is what this piece of shit killer was banking on.
Exactly.
So Kaif now is able to be buried with his mother. She died about 10 years before this discovery.
And according to the family, was absolutely tortured by him being missing. That was, how could you not be?
Yeah, this fear of the unknown, sometimes when you're, those kinds of thoughts are worse possibly than the action. You're just
and also
you make
your
yourself
kid
crazy.
is just not there. You know what I mean?
You make yourself crazy.
Yeah.
But now, the family's able to have a burial and they have a special service and everyone's speaking and Janelle and Scott are there and they're
we get to go to the memorial service for Kaif and it is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and they're giving Janelle and Scott a round of applause and they're welcoming them to the family. They say, no, this is cousin Scott.
It's really a beautiful thing to watch.
And it's it's so sad but so beautiful and the work is so important. It's hard but it's important. It's just all of these sort of dichotomies at once.
The family has a lot to say about the DNA Doe Project. Tariq says,
the work of the DNA Doe Project, Janelle, the team that she's a part of, just being able to give people back the dignity of their name, their identity, that's huge.
It gives closure where there is none. Even after 40 years, that's a miracle. It's miraculous.
The work that these people are doing really is such a gift.
Yeah.
To be able to give these families closure in a way that was impossible 10 years ago.
Answers.
Yeah.
And so now they're having this, celebration of life or this burial, the ceremony, and every member of the family that they could have called, they called. So now all of these people are together for the first time in a long time, the first time maybe ever.
Yeah.
So they say there's a joy that comes out of the sadness because the family is together and reconnecting in ways that they would not have.
And they have answers now. There's no way that having the answer isn't, that closure must be so I don't know what the right word is, but having that closure since 1983 to know finally what happened must be very relieving.
I agree. And so it's like beautiful to see the whole family together. And I hope those ladies at the Doe Project had a nice little,
champagne.
A nice little whatever you want to drink for yourself. Or whatever to celebrate. Because like all of that hard work, it's really like methodical.
Yes.
It's heavy, and so to finally, so many dead ends and to finally have this sort of beautiful, even though it's sad moment is like
we'll take
unbelievable.
Oh my God, girl. We did, what's it called?
So this is Naming the Dead. It's a new series. It's excellent. We will be covering more for sure.
Okay, great.
And this is season 1, episode 1. It's on Hulu.
Fam, just to close the loop from the cold open, I'd like you to go into the group and tell us your favorite song from Life of a Showgirl. Now, you listen to me, fam, please. We will not be fighting about this album in the group.
If you hate it, you hate it. That's not my problem.
If you hate it, but please don't fight about it. I don't want Sasha getting mad at us.
And let me tell you something. I love Sad Sack Taylor.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Sad Sack Taylor has saved my life on more than one occasion. I love it, but we also deserve bops. Okay?
Yes, 100%.
And so does she, goddammit. So if you hate it, fine. But again, that's not really my problem.
No, and I just don't want this to turn into a nightmare. We all love each other. This is a great community. Let's stay
Are you
safe.
worried about people fighting over this record?
Yes, I am. Yes, I mean, I've been paying close attention to the internet. There's some people are mad.
Step 1, remove yourself from the internet.
I know.
Just take a breather.
I know.
Take a breather.
All right, I'm gonna go bury my head in the sand. Love ya.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.